Nunchaku restringing guide. So first thing you need to do is just your equipment. Nunchaku. So whenever you get them, you need to gut them. The material they're going to use are not that good as far as maintaining good structure with your spinning. So whatever cord they put in there, just cut it and pull it out. They even have plastic in there. Pop the plastic, pull it out. As far as these, you'll want to take sandpaper and rough them up. They are now sometimes coming in finishes, which are not really good for grip. It also removes your oils from being put in, or to put any more oils on top of them. So these are good for longevity as long as you keep them well oiled. As far as any wood, they need oil in order to keep good in this lifespan. So you need to strip these and then oil them. Any oil as far as bullet linseed oil, lemon oil, hemp oil, anything that's good that seeps in is good enough. So just be careful on which ones you choose. Some have more or longer drying times than others. So sometimes if you put down hemp or lemon oil, maybe a couple of days so you can use them. So once you have them, you can sand these circles, because these usually where you get splinters. Sand them and put a little wax in there so we can gives it some range of motion as far as when it's spinning. It won't catch the string and then pop it off. So those are some prep work you need to do. These are just right out of the box, so I didn't prep or sand any of these. So yours should look a little bit different if you sanded and oiled them. So you'll probably do that before you put the string in, because then the oil will sometimes stick in here to the string. So you'll do all your prep work before you start stringing. So moving on to stringing, what you'll need is string, which is 550 parachute cord. I usually use 1 arm's length, so if I stretch them out the whole way, I get 1 long piece of cord. That's about the length you need for the way we're going to show you how to restring these. You need them gutted or non-gutted, so you need the guts in there. The white part is which gives you all the tensile strength of 550 pounds. So you want the guts in it, don't pull it out. It will make it easy to restring, but it will take a lot of your longevity out of the string. You'll need an Allen wrench. This is one of the tools I prefer to use. Knife, as well as lighter. So those are the things you'll need to make this happen. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the loop. I'm going to loop the one end, and it should have equal distance on the others. So with this end that's still open, I'm going to put a small knot in case you accidentally run through the entire side. So that's what we want to do to make sure you actually pull too hard and it zips through the whole set. So first thing you need to do is put it in through the top. Once I have it in through the top, I need to go through all 4 corners. It needs to go out one way, drop down through the hole, roll back up, in, and then up through the top. So you got to feel like you got to make a big circle through the whole set, which when you look through them, they have 4 entryways to go in and out. So I'm going to go down, take this, push it out to one side. Once you have that, you pull it, drop it down through the bottom, let it go across the whole way. Good, once it's across, so we have it down, out, across the whole way, roll back in, up, and through the top. This is where it gets tricky, which the bottom L kind of helps out. I can let it slide in and up and push it up a little bit easier. And you may have to push the string in slowly, kind of chunks until it starts threading through the top. Just slowly start pushing through the top. And once you get that going, you can see it's starting to come out. And I could take one of the small L's and hook it and pull it through. So I've threaded the whole way through. It's easy to do with this double end than it is to open these up and knot these through. They're not are open. So I'm going to show you the way to use the double end to go through the whole way. Good. Once I have it the whole way through, I'm going to pull some slack. So both of these are free ending. I should be able to slide these back and forth. So I'm going to take this in, get my second set, which are open. Same process, going through 4 corners, down, out, across, back, around, and back up. Down. You can use any tool you want in order to push it through. You just don't want anything with a sharp point because you'll push through the nylon and you may end up severing some of the line. So something blunt is usually the best so you don't have a chance of cutting the line. And the last thing you want to do is get halfway through the process and end up cutting part of your line and having to restart, because sometimes this is the funnest thing to do. Good. So thread it through both ends by going through this loop. Now I need to take the one that's got the two ends open and stretch it out to about where it's knotted. So I have a big gap between the two. So with this loop in, I'm going to take this other set. So this is the original loop I was going through the whole thing. Take the other set through the hole. As I cinch it shut, it should maintain one end. So I have one end sealed in, it's set, it's all ready to go. Now I have to do the back end. So I'm going to pull these two ends until they get relatively close. Good. Now once they're close, you can pull about 2 fingers distance. We relatively need 3 to 4, but 2 is what we're going to look for because of the way we're going to tie it. So just get about 2 fingers distance. 3 is going to be the best, so we're going to start for 2 now, because the way we knot it and when you pull it, it's going to give you some more slack, which we're going to account for. So once I have that, I'm going to take this end that still has the loose tassels. I'm going to put a small knot whole way through. You want to make the knot as close to the opening as possible, so that when you pull it through, it doesn't give you any more slack than you want. There will be a little, but it shouldn't be too much, not more than 1 finger length. Good. So we have 1 knot on top. Now with these, I'm going to open up the ends. And it seems like you have a lot of extra left over, and that's okay. I just find it's easier than trying to push these ends through together on the other side. You can do that, that's not a problem. That's just one way I prefer. So with these ends, they are open. We're going to do what we call knots on the running end. Anytime you have any nylon, you need knots on the running end or they tend to undo themselves. So we're going to take the 1 string out of the 2, take it close to where it comes, and just put a knot in the running end. Just a loop through, and then cinch it down. Same thing with the other one. This one you're going to take a loop through and cinch it down. Good. Now you have those. Still haven't pulled these tight. We haven't yet pulled the slack out yet because it's going to be easy doing this without that. Good. Now you need that fingertip or fingernail length. You're going to cut that far away from the knots. You want to make sure you use a sharp knife, not my dull knife. Good. And you can take these down a little bit further if you need to, so you can take scissors or a knife and just cut them down, but it'll be hard to see if we make them too small. So with these ends, these will still fray. Nylon has a unique way when you use them, they tend to expand and pull apart. So what we want to do is light these ends so they don't keep fraying. It may take a while, but you want it to all kind of merge together. Almost makes like a black dot. Do the same on the other. To get a black dot, 2 black dots. Good. I'm going to squeeze those together. Just be careful, that's still relatively hot. I'm going to melt those together. They feel like they seal a little bit. Good. They dry relatively quickly, but once you have them together, they tend to pull apart less. And we're going to seal these, pull these apart until you get a good firm lock within the knots. Good. Once you have those knots, you can roll those down in so they don't feel like they're popping out so much. Good. You have 3 fingertip lengths when you get done, and they are good to use.